Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the U.S. Open 8-Ball Championships presented by CueSports International, sponsored by Predator Q, Cyclop Balls, Kamui, Omega Billiards, being held at Griff's in Las Vegas, Nevada. In the booth today, you have Freddie Agnier and George Teechea.
Good morning, George. How are you?
Good morning. Just what a great day in Vegas.
We are on our last day here, and we have on the west side, the one-loss side, great matchup for you. Torsten, the hitman, Hohmann from Jacksonville, Florida, originally from Germany, against Rodney Morris, the Rocket out of Sacramento, California, originally from Hawaii and now moving all over the place. This is going to be fantastic. Two great 8-ball players, and I think this is going to be a very quick, lightning match. Neither one of these guys are missing much.
I think we can expect a very fast-paced and fun match, although serious, but already for the lag, Rodney was kind of joking around and double railing the ball. We got 52 entrants to the U.S. Open 8-Ball. It's a race to 8. We're down to the last 8 people, and these two are two of them. You have Vinny Calabrese and Dennis Grabe playing over there.
The just started.
Loser of these two matches will be 7th, 8th. The winner moves on. Waiting in the wings for the hot seat match, you have Shane Van Boning versus Dennis Orculio. Did I get that right, Freddie?
You got it. Torsten's been hitting the balls very, very well on the break. That was a little softer than the normal. Great control, though.
Mm-hmm.
Both balls are a little tied up. You can see the 10-ball and 4-ball down table. 10-ball does go. Both of them actually do go, but they're just kind of a little bit close to each other. Let's see how the first game goes. Both of them have been warming up on the table. And it's a little cooler this morning.
Yeah, there's not a lot of body heat in here. No body heat. It's kind of, I don't want to say slow in the morning, but it is Vegas at 9 a.m. Streets are empty unless you're, you live in the city and you're going to work.
Or you work on the streets or something like that.
Something like that. Now, if you work on the streets, you're up late at night.
Torsten's going to go for the low balls here. Oh, that ball just wiggled in. He came up a little short if he was playing for the 5-ball. I think he hit that one a little thick.
Yeah.
Nice first shot. Interesting first shot. Especially with the low balls, he needs to get to the 4-ball, which does go, but I don't know if he's going to try to break this out or play position for it. He would have been able to play position for it had he rolled forward just a little bit more.
This looks good. I think he's going to play this ball and catch the 4 and the is that the 12 ball next to it?
The 10
is
next to the 12 balls above it.
There, just like that.
Oh, that's a great.
Perfect.
That could have been very disastrous, but that's how he played it, and he played it very well. Got a great shot at getting out the first game.
Now, with his straight pool experience, he was able to clip both those balls just right.
Multi-time world straight pool champion. I think he's got 3 world straight pool championships. He'd lead all active players, I believe. And really, anytime you're a 3-time world straight pool champion, that makes you one of the best of all time. Probably a future Hall of Famer. Rodney Morris is a Hall of Famer, inducted last year.
October, wasn't it? You were there for those ceremonies?
Yes, for the U.S. They did it at the U.S. Open 9-ball.
Well, is he going to come straight up or go 2 rails? He's up and over. And this should take care of this rack right here. He came right between those balls. He's either going to come right back to where he is right now or come all the way over for the 5. Although that's the 7-ball right there by the side pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, looks very much like a straight pull finishing rack. If you took away all the high balls, the 7, 5, 6 makes a nice little triangle for the 8-ball. You need to get a little bit lower, so I think he's going to have to be forced to shoot the 6. I don't know if he was playing for the 6-ball all the way. It's just a hair tricky here because he has to get the 7. The 7 doesn't pass the 5-ball. It's got to go in the side pocket. And the 14 looms large. Gave a little bit of a grimace there because he came up a little short. Side pocket would have been ideal.
Yeah, he would have liked to got that 7 ball now so that he can use the 5 to swing over for the 8.
Yeah, because the 8 ball only goes in the corner pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, he wants the 7 so badly that he was going to go ahead and pop it in right now, keeping an angle on the 5. Got to clear the 11 and the 13. Looks good. Now he's come up short a couple of times now. Let's see if he goes all the way to the rail and back. He doesn't.
Well, if he goes long, he goes
He's
in
going
the
to go in
pocket.
the drink,
Yeah.
right?
Good speed on that shot. And Torsten takes the first game once he pockets his 8 ball. And I have to say, once he pockets the 8 ball, because we've seen a couple of those shots missed.
Yeah.
Not by these guys, but we've seen a couple of these missed by some of the pros.
1-0 Torsten Hohmann, the hitman.
The old break and run, huh?
It's always a nice way to start off.
He has started quite a few of his matches out that way.
Well, he's been
Especially on this
breaking one of the
table.
best for 8 ball, you know, with control, making a ball.
Did a
Last
real good
night's
job.
matchup for the to get to the hot seat, Alex Pagulayan ended up losing that hill to Dennis Orculio, and really what got it for Alex was he had 4 or maybe even 5 dry breaks. You can't, and quite honestly, it was a hill match, and he had 4 or 5 dry breaks. It's amazing he was that close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was 4, and on the last break,
He scratched
he
on the last
scratched.
break. And a brutal
and
scratch.
He hit a great break.
2 balls
and
in the break, and he got.
was knocked in.
All right.
Rodney, on the other hand, here has taken.
It's a
set 2
dry
balls.
break.
It's dry.
Dry
Oh,
break.
2 balls on the
2
break.
balls
from
break last night. I was
night.
talking
Correct.
about. Sorry
Correct.
if I
That's
confused
okay.
there.
It did confuse me a little bit.
Yeah.
It is 9 o'clock in the morning
It
in Las
is.
Vegas.
Wide open rack for Torsten Hohmann. Got to hit the low balls.
Torsten, sponsored by Kamui, Cyclop, wearing his famous, what he's making famous is his long sleeve left arm shirt and his short sleeve right arm shirt with a collar off to the left, so it doesn't rub with his cue. Doesn't hit any buttons. Ronnie being Ronnie, just over there waiting patiently, just saying, when do I come to the table?
When do I shoot?
Do I get to come to my table on my own rack?
Yeah, Rodney can't afford to have too many dry breaks. As
No.
Torsten has just been, his break and run percentage might be as high as anyone else's right now. Interesting shot here that he's not shooting the 3. He mustn't be able to see this 3 ball because I think that's what he wanted. And the 7 ball is the toughest ball on the table for him. I think if he gets that, he should have really no issue here. The 3 ball isn't as easy in the side pocket as I thought. Good use of the bridge there. He might have to use it again unless he decides to shoot the 7 ball. The 3 ball actually sits a little bit funny. He's got to be above it, and he had 1 shot at it, but it might be his last ball when he gets past into the 5.
It should go to the side
I
pocket
think
there.
so.
I
I
think
think so.
it's out far enough that it goes to the side.
This is a professional bridge shot here.
Made by a professional player.
Yeah, and you can see the nice little out pattern here. 7-5-3-8. This guy is so steady. I mean, there are a few pros out there that there's absolutely no question you'd love to have their kind of form, shooting form. And Torsten Hohmann is definitely one of them.
Great mechanics, great alignment, as you're saying.
Yeah.
And great results.
Great results, that's right. He's about a 5-time world champion. Don't get caught up in the 9, he didn't. Straight in. It's going to be 2-0. Toasty, the hitman, Torsten Hohmann.
Ronnie figured he wanted to get up during his own rack, so he got up to hand him the magic rack.
Got to keep loose at this
That's
game.
right.
Can't get cold sitting in the chair.
Don't want to do that. Wow. For whatever reason, I can't bring up the bracket on my iPad. Wanted to name off the opponents these 2 guys have had.
Meanwhile, Dennis Grabe has got a 1-0 lead on the other 7-8 match.
Getting ready to break the balls again. He was breaking, what, about 22 miles an hour last night?
Dennis was at 23 and Alex was about 21 and a half. I
We
didn't clock.
We didn't clock his. Okay. I'd say he's just a little under.
Under, just by the sound of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear any balls go in, which is probably the first time I've watched Torsten break that he didn't make a ball.
Well,
We'll find out more.
Torsten started off with a bye, then defeated Jesse Bowman and lost to Dennis Grabe. Swinging over to the one-loss side. He did some work over there, though. Defeated Oscar Dominguez, Kim Laksonen, where did we go?
Rodney will shoot the high balls here, shoot the 110 first. As long as he doesn't lose the one ball, he'd be shooting that 13 next.
Josh Roberts.
Oh, he just flew them all out.
And now in this match. Rodney, on the other hand, had a tough match last night with Danny Olson.
That went hell.
Yes, it did. Quite the match. Survived it and is here to play this morning.
Let's see how Rodney figures this out, this rack. The 11 ball is the tricky shot here, the tricky ball. And if he can clear the 11 and the 14, he should get out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't rub that. He's fine.
He also started Saturday morning with a bye. Then he beat Chris Smelling, Justin Bergman, and then lost to Lee Van Corteza before going over to the one-loss side and having that match with Danny Olson. But now he's at the table and looking over these stripes.
That was a good shot there.
Went
of
right
Rodney
around
going.
everything.
Using a ton of right-hand English so far that he almost looked like he was at the very outer edge.
Yeah, he was way out there, and he's gone all the way around these balls.
Yeah, he didn't like the 11 so much. It looked like he wanted to break that ball, and he just missed
Yeah,
it.
it looked like he was trying to hit those, probably
Yeah.
the 6 to get on the 11. And now
Well, he
he's
went on the inside. He missed it by a
Yeah.
lot then. And Gennaro Vasquez is going to go over there and check, make sure, because I believe that Rodney is going to try to make the 11 in the side from here. It doesn't look like he's got a chance to hit
plenty.
it, but
plenty. And now it's just a matter of
driving through. He's got to get
driving
through the
traffic there.
8 and the 15. Probably playing the 13 in the side pocket.
He might just run into the 5. He's going to try to spin around it, I think.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It comes up. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Okay, he's good. He's good. Anytime you start bumping balls, you never know.
Well, this looks like a straight-in shot here, then the 15, then the 8, and Rodney gets on the board. Only problem is he's lost his break, so he'll be game down with Torsten breaking.
That was Torsten's dry break.
Oh, big time then. I missed that one because I was trying to get on the internet. So he makes one back.
2-1. And Torsten also giving over the magic rack.
And that's the way we've seen it go, 2 games at a time from the dry break. Somebody gets behind on their break, and
It
they
seems
make it
like
up.
the dry break is the key. Not getting dry breaks or taking advantage of your opponent's drive break.
So it's the key. It's the key to giving up the
Games.
advantage,
Yeah.
giving up games. It's also the key to running out because these guys are running off their own breaks too. So the break is a big factor in the 8-ball. I'd say as big as in 10-ball, if not bigger. Because in 10-ball, I think it's easier to play safe than it is in 8-ball, especially when you open them up like this.
Makes the ball in the break. In case anybody was interested, it's about 22 miles an hour, which is about right. You know,
Rodney's?
22 to 24
That's-
seems to be the right speed for these tables.
Got your app out. All right. And then we'll clock Torsten's. I thought Rodney would have a good smash, but it was about the same as Dennis's and Alex's. Did we clock Shane's?
No, but we will.
I shouldn't say we. Did you clock Shane? You have the app.
I've clocked Shane's for years, and really, I don't think I've ever clocked him above 24 miles an hour. A lot of people think it's a lot faster than that.
A lot harder. Ooh.
Oh, look at this ball. How does that ball not go in? It even wiggled one more time. It's so deep in there, and I think it's going to be staying there for the rest of the night. Well, you know, the 2-ball, the 6-ball doesn't really pass the 12-ball, does it? It's close. It's close.
The
It might go
6-ball
by.
past the 12-ball? Nobody can be made in the side.
The 9,
3, 4.
14 don't look very
No.
pretty, but the 14 goes up table after the 10 anyway. So both balls are a little tricky.
He's probably.
Torsten looks like he's going to go ahead and play the solids.
He doesn't have to move anything for him. Especially if the 6-ball goes by the 12, which it appears that it does.
Yeah, I'd be playing the combination here, 2 into the 1 ball. 1 is so deep. Probably playing for one of these balls in the side pocket.
Probably playing. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he made them both. He's still got the 3-ball. 6 in the side.
Well, if he's got a good angle of 3, he can play for the 7.
7 on the
next.
bottom.
But
Yeah.
if he's on the wrong side, he's going to have to play the 6-ball next. Or he can get to the 4 to the 7 now if he wants. The 7-ball ends up. The 7 looks like it goes both ways. George, does it go past the 11?
Yes.
You've got a good angle on
Yeah,
there. So
he can go anywhere any way he wants.
yeah,
He's
so
gonna come
then
into
it
the
doesn't
12.
matter which one he goes next then.
As long as
He
he
is
goes
playing
all the
for-
way over there.
He is playing for the 7-ball next.
And up we go for the. He's going to come straight back for the 3 in the side.
I would think so, but, you know, it looks like he looked for the 4-ball in the side. To me, that just is, for an amateur, that's tough to do because the 3-ball looms large. But he got pretty perfect inside English. And he's going to be up 3-1 in a second or 2, barring anything incredibly weird.
And they just traded breaks.
Torsten gets the mini break back.
Mm-hmm.
Break of serve. Actually, it's not a mini break. Every break of serve,
it's
break of
big
break
time,
is
that's right.
huge.
Well, the loser here will take home $1,100 for their 3 days worth of work here at Griff's. And a little disappointment because I'm sure they you know,
Want that title?
they want that title and that nice big trophy cup that's sitting over here on a table next to us.
We'll see that later on tonight.
Yep. This game's going pretty quick. I mean, they're not taking any time with the racks. And it seems that most of the 8 players left here are all matches have gone about an hour 10 minutes.
Right.
Not many more than that.
Finals tonight will be a single extended race, as we did the U.S. Open 10 ball.
Is it a race to 11?
10.
10?
The other match, Vinny Calabrese has tied it up 1-1.
These guys are at 3-1, and they're over at 1-1. This is for Vinny. It's his first international match. Or tournament,
Tournament.
excuse me, tournament.
First international pro tournament.
Mm-hmm. He's an ex-snooker player. He used to play a lot with his Neil Robertson, I believe, in Cambridge.
Oh, I didn't catch
Great
that, but
Britain.
that sounded a lot faster than 21 miles an hour.
Well, it didn't make anything.
Really?
Didn't make anything. And here comes Rodney.
And again, it's
Yeah.
going to be the dry breaks.
I think he's looking at solids. No, he's taking stripes.
Either one.
That 14 ball, I guess he
It's
moves
the
the 10, he's fine.
The 6 ball is
Yeah.
what makes him shoot the high balls.
I looked over and didn't see a pocket for the 14, but did not see that there was a stripe that blocked it from going to the corner.
All right, so he owns.
And he owns the
it.
pocket, so.
Swinging 2. Straight in 13, and he's probably solved this rack with that shot here.
It's nice to have that ball hanging down there, especially with this shot.
Yeah, I think that this is right. This is right. You'd hate to not play this 12 ball and then be stuck with a 9-12 combination that late.
His problem is getting to it. He's just going to have to reach over there and slide up. Here it comes straight back.
This is just a hair challenging because all those 3 balls are on the one side of the table. A second ago he had he had 4 of them.
Yeah, there was.
So this is still a little tricky. He just has to make sure he misses this 9 ball. I believe that he's got an angle to go down and around. The 8 ball goes.
Goes to both pockets.
He may draw this between the 8 and the 6, just as long as he gets somewhere between. I think it's pretty impossible to scratch from here.
Yeah, he'd like to get right by that side pocket where his elbow is.
And he hit the 8. And
As
that's,
long as it
know,
doesn't bump him.
That's the trickiness of this rack, but he's got a shot on it, but he's partially blocked, leaks to the right. And the 8 ball looms large. I think he has to just slow roll this. Well, he's winding up as if he's going to whack it, and it does leak to the right, and he's all kinds of trouble.
It doesn't go. I think it goes. Oh, it doesn't go by the 8.
It's close. If he's got it, it's barely.
Yeah. Nope. Ouch. Well, might see a little spin on this ball. Will he just give it a slight spin, masse, or give it a jump shot?
Well, I can't tell if it's the 6 ball or the 8 ball or both that block him. It's close.
I think it's the 8. He's going to go rail first. Ooh, close.
Didn't make it.
That would have done it if he makes it.
And Torsten has a shot
Oh, yes.
on the 7 ball, but if he has the shot on the 8-4 ball, he'll shoot that first. 7 ball still passes both pockets. Boy, that last bump on the 8 really made this rack a lot easier for Torsten. If he had been jacked up on that 8 ball.
If he was forced to shoot the 7, yeah.
So you're right, to shoot the 7, the 2 ball it would have been very difficult for him.
Yeah, this rack is just, and I hate to use the phrase "connect the dots."
It is connect the dots.
It really is just be steady and don't do anything stupid. And at this level, these guys don't do anything stupid.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah, he can get to the 7 with either the 1 ball or the 3 ball. And we'll know which one it's going to be after this shot.
Well, the only thing he has to really worry about is making sure he's able to get on the 2 ball from the left side of the table.
All right. So he's going to use the 3 ball to get there, unless he gets to it right now. He can play like in between the 7 and the 3 ball.
He'll probably take care of it right now. Go to the 7, then the deuce, and then the 3, or vice versa. Any combination thereof.
Yeah, the 2 ball is the tough ball if you
If you want to
if you wanna
find a
call it
toughie,
that.
if you want to
one.
find some drama.
Right, exactly.
I mean, if a pro doesn't get out from here.
Especially somebody that's this late into
Oh,
the
yes. Yes. Especially if an elite pro doesn't get out from here. Well, then that game shouldn't be his. Absolutely perfect. Cue ball heading in the line for the 3. And pretty much a stop or a little draw for the 8. And Torsten gets to 4. Rodney is still at 1.
Yeah, we'll call it an unforced error with Roddy, but the balls did lie a little funny.
Well, he got that little angle on that ball that he didn't want, and that forces a lot of little things.
Little things, little
yeah,
bumps,
little things that can
bumps
happen.
hurt you.
Yeah, little bumps and bruises. Those little bumps leave bruises.
Leaves
excuse
bruises,
me.
that's right.
But he came back from worse in some of the other matches. Let's see Rodney dig in here. Alternate break format, it's a little tougher to do. You need some help from your opponent. And ooh, it's raining balls. And it did have to get up there. He had a real nice shot on that 14 ball, and I think he would have liked the stripes. So he's going to have to shoot the 11 ball. Or do you think he shoots the combo?
He's not going to shoot the combo. I would
Yeah,
be very
I wouldn't see
surprised
him.
if he
So would I.
shoots
So
the
would I.
combo. I think he might be forced to shoot the low balls here.
Yeah, he's
4
going
on
to
the
take the
side.
solids.
Oh, don't get there, Rodney.
Wow, he's made it difficult
He
now
has
for
made
sure.
it difficult now. If the 5 ball doesn't pass the 8 ball, he's going to have to figure out a way to break it out. 5 ball goes on the side. He'll take a look at that. Yeah, he's really giving himself a lot of work here because now he's got to go up table. He's going to come down table. He's got to go up table again after a little while.
Freddie, I'm going to have to step away for a second.
And you can see the trouble here. He's on the wrong side of the 7 ball. He doesn't need to break these balls out, but he might. And if he starts breaking balls out, taps aren't going to do him well. And as you can see here, he just got trapped on the 8. He didn't need to break that out, but he was on the wrong side of the 7. He needed to be almost straight on the 7. And Rodney is not going to like the next result. He can't bank the 5. And cutting the 2 ball is perilous. 6 ball goes nowhere. And he can't see the 3. I mean, he is in all kinds of dire straits here. Looks like a safety on the 2 unless he's willing to try to fire at this 2. Safety on the 2. Got a little love tap there, but Torsten is probably going to play the 9 ball. That's a good safety. It's almost like a push. Except for Torsten can't pass it back. I think Torsten is cutting this 9 ball, and he's sort of free to do it. Because the 9 ball will, if it hangs, he's still in the game, no sellout. And he's made it. Got a bad bump off that 3, and Torsten has no shot. Safety coming up, bottom of the pack, or he safes him behind his own ball. Yep. Safed Rodney on his own ball, but I think Rodney can see a piece of the 2, and he's going to fire at it if he can see it. He has to. Oh, that was good safety. If Rodney can see the full 2 ball, he may play another safe. Now he can't even see the 2 balls. He's playing the 6 ball safety. This is the longest safety battle probably we've seen out of both of these guys. Another safety on the 14. Oh, there's no more safety on the 2. No safety on the 5. And a safety on the 3. Not really, unless you can get the cue ball all the way back to where it is right now. I'd bank this. No safety looks good. Well, he's looked at it enough that I think he has to go aggressive. Unless he goes to the right side of the 2, but going aggressive here.
What did I miss?
A safety battle in 8-ball. He went
In
aggressive.
8-ball?
Yeah, he had to go aggressive there because Torsten put him in a bad spot.
Well, left him a long shot.
Long shot, but Torsten's got to shoot at this one.
Well. Seven and a half feet away. Just a slight angle, almost straight in.
Yeah, he just has to guard against not getting trapped at the 5-ball or scratching the side from here. And he's good. Yeah, Torsten played a pretty good strategic shot there where Rodney had to weigh his options of whether safety or shooting aggressive.
Go
And the
for it.
safety just was nowhere.
Was that the 5-ball that he cut down the rail?
Yeah, so he had
Missed
to
it badly.
go with the aggressive shot, either cutting the 5 or banking the 3.
Well, now this is a very big lead.
Yeah. This is too long. Oh, it did slow down. Too long meaning dead perfect.
It looked like it might roll by and just give him a little bit of an angle. But these guys like that angle down there.
His commanding lead, 5-1 now.
And the break.
Yeah, it's even more commanding.
Yep. It's
Now, last break Torsten hit, he hit him pretty hard, and he came up dry, so...
You think he'll take a little off? He's been very successful with just a little bit off, yeah. Very successful.
Rodney's last break was actually a slow, so it was just under 20 miles an hour.
Wonder if they'd like to know their break speed.
There's a break speed app. I don't know how it compares to
Radar
gun.
Yeah, that's.
You know, it's all relative.
I would say it can't be too far off. I mean, those radar guns, I've seen them, but they used to have them. It was a big deal for a while there.
Yeah, it really is
They
just
got away
the way to measure it is the key. You know, this is more like an average speed over the first couple of points. The ball coming off is going to be much faster than measuring the average speed between hit to hit. We can explain that in a minute. Yeah, about 19.
Dry.
He definitely slowed it down.
Completely dry.
Yeah, so he went with a hard break, which was dry. He's gone with a much softer break, if you want to call it soft, solid, a 19-mile-an-hour break, which is soft.
Great spread on the balls, but nothing in. Look where the 8-ball is, way up on upper part of the table.
Yep.
Down by the head string.
Yeah, this one, as you can see, he did hit this one softer, and it's not wide open anymore. And that's the difference between a couple of mile-an-hour break. He hit it pretty solidly. And what I was saying about that is this break speed app, it takes the average speed between the break hit and the time the cue ball hits the head string.
Yes.
The laser/radar gun will just take the speed right off of the cue ball when it starts. So the cue ball will be faster coming off using the radar gun. Should be. That's why I said it's just a
So
relative
the
speed.
distance is factored in the app more than likely.
Right, and it's the
Yeah.
average speed between how long it takes between the time the guy hits it to the time it hits the head ball, those 2 hits. So the app will always be slower than the radar gun. Radar gun always takes the speed right when the cue ball leaves the tip, the highest speed. In case anybody was interested, Rodney here is playing for the run out, and he shouldn't be
should.
playing for a combination. He doesn't have to play for a combination, so he won't. Don't
Easy,
overrun.
easy.
He
Well.
stopped. No, he does have a back cut on this.
Yes. Use the 3 ball to stop it. No, he's going to run right by it.
Oh, he's going to. Oh,
He's okay.
I don't
He
know.
wanted to hit
he
those
wanted to
balls,
hit a
yeah.
ball, and now he's got a back cut on the 9, the 1, and get around the 9.
Yeah, and he's got 4
gotta
balls
make
protecting the 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is suddenly
This
it's
is trouble.
tricky.
Now he's got to, well,
Yeah, just whack
gotta-
the chalk.
he's got to kill this ball and try to either come into the 8 or the 9.
And he's got that inside English. Here it
Mm,
is. Oh, he
overcut
overcut it. Oh
And-
boy, that's running tough there. Just slightly off.
He tried to bump all 3, either one of those 3 balls where the 8 ball is to get on the ball, and he couldn't get there. Didn't bump it.
Yeah, this shot where, I said he doesn't need to or he shouldn't play the combination. In retrospect, he probably thinks maybe he should have played for the combination
Well,
because it was the spin up table. He just overran position by about
Yeah.
an inch or 2, but really he overran his position for several feet.
By a couple feet. Yeah, because
It should never have been that close.
should have been just past the 8. And he went all the way to the rail.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the miss that got him, it was the
It was
position.
the position
Yeah.
before. Torsten's not. This is not a sellout. As the 9 ball is the tough ball. He's probably got to get to the 9 ball in the side pocket or the corner pocket a long way.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem all that concerned. He'll just get up there.
Probably play the 9 ball where the 12 ball is. Or he's about to make the 12. Or the side. I just think that angle on the side pocket is pretty steep. But he'll be all right with it.
Yeah, but
And
he's gone so many balls here that he's going to get
gonna-
get himself into trouble. Oh, the ball goes in the side pocket from there.
The other side.
Goodness.
I don't know that he was playing that
Goodness.
there.
He's got to count himself fortunate there if he's got the shot, which he does.
Well, problem is that, well, I guess he can come right back into the rail. He can drive it back into the rail and still
Play
hold it for the 13. Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
not exactly a hanger out.
Mm.
Oh, looks like he's cutting this a lot, too. He's going to stab at it. Nice shot. Roll it.
He might come around. Or just draw right into the 8. Yeah, right there. See,
That's some nice tight position.
yes, it was.
Stun this over. 8 ball in the side pocket.
Oh, Rodney is in big trouble.
Yeah, it's 6-1. Rodney at least gets
Gets the break.
to break.
Well, that's not the. I'm looking at the break cue on there. It is Predator. Is it the BK Rush? I don't think it is.
It doesn't look it.
It has a Revo shaft on it, though.
He may have just put out a Revo.
Could be. Yeah, it could be. Although he just kind of matched it up.
I really can't tell. It's too
Yeah,
far
no.
away from me.
I can't. The other one says Rush, and that one doesn't. And of course, he has to grab it right by the emblem where I couldn't see it. No, it's just the tiger, panther. Well,
And he's
Stayed
got some more cut out for him.
stayed on the table, made a ball.
Looks like he can play the low balls. If he plays the 6-7 ball, he can play right for the 4 ball, and that's the only trouble ball.
Right back for it.
Yeah.
And everything else goes.
Everything
I like it.
else goes. He's got to stay high of the 4 ball. He doesn't need to be running into the 10 and 11 after he hits the 4 ball. So. And
Trouble already.
trouble already.
Because now the 10 ball hits to by the 8 ball.
Yeah, and he's got to hope for a leave here. I mean,
He'll come
the
through
2 ball, I think, is what he's playing next.
Mm-hmm.
And he got there, I believe.
Uh,
Just if he got there, it's barely.
he's going to
Oh, he's
bank it.
banking, so he's not even
he had
thinking
to bank
twice
it.
about it.
And he's missed
He's
it.
high.
Rodney.
He is high. Yeah, a little careless there, and I think he's a little disappointed. In the last rack especially. I expect Torsten to run out here.
I don't see why not.
I don't
He's
see
done
why
it every
not.
time.
That's right. And Rodney just, he cleared up the trouble balls for
Yeah.
Torsten.
Yep. Those 2 balls. As soon as he moved to 4 ball, it opened them up. And he just didn't draw that ball back off the 7 at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it just stopped.
The 15 does not pass the 5 into the side pocket.
Well, then he's
Or
gonna,
it doesn't. It certainly doesn't look like it from
Yeah,
from
no,
our vantage point.
it didn't, and he'll just go about it a different way. He'll just come up from the 12 for the 15.
15 goes the other side, so
Right.
stop shot on the 12.
Oh, he's
Wait a second.
Did
he's
he
on
give
the
himself
wrong
an
side.
angle?
He's
Yes,
on the
he
wrong
did.
side.
He's going to have to come around for it, or we'll see if it goes. I don't think so. So he's going to have to come up and down. Or can he draw right into the 15?
I think he can, but if that's his choice, and he's looking at that 15 from here, it doesn't look like it goes, but it's close.
If he bumps a 15, he'll have a shot somewhere. He's going to draw it right between the 5 and the 15.
You can see he's using low left-hand English. I guess he
Yeah,
likes it inside.
well.
He peeked at it.
Yep.
It's very close. He's still staring at it. Oh, boy, it's really close. Well, he was able to hit it to the other side, so it wasn't all that
Made it
close.
look easy. Made it look easy. And now he's on the hill. Wow.
That's this match has gotten away from Rodney.
Sure has. We expected a much, much tighter race than what we have here. Rodney's made a few mistakes, and it's cost him dearly.
And Torsten hasn't missed anything.
No.
Has he missed a ball?
I don't believe
I don't
so.
believe
no.
so.
He's the only thing he's done is broken
Dry
dry.
break.
that's the only thing he's done. That's given Rodney any kind of an opportunity. I think Rodney won one of his dry breaks. That might have been the only one he won. Well, it is
Right.
the only game he won. It wasn't on his own break. It was
That's right.
Torsten's. Whereas Rodney has missed. He's missed shots in several racks. Breaking for the match.
Yeah, Torsten has broke dry twice.
Mm-hmm.
He broke big and then relatively soft. Let's see how he does this time. No, see, it took off a little bit there.
Didn't make anything.
About 21 miles an hour.
Well, if he keeps breaking like this, and Rodney can find a gear.
Yeah, he's got several breaks to go.
He's got several breaks to here.
You know,
But-
and it's both of them have several breaks to go and to get dry. First shot for Rodney is going to be not such a hanger. Playing the 4 ball. And then the next ball isn't all that easy unless he's cutting the 1
one.
ball back
he's
and
cutting
forth.
Because it looks like the 7 does go into the side pocket, but it's off. It's as tight as the one.
All right. It goes in the
Torsten
other.
just
It
shot.
goes in both, maybe. It definitely goes in one of the side pockets.
Well, he played for this one, so he's going to play. He says, "This is the shape I played."
Oof! Just
That's
it
slid.
caught the
It slid- just
inside
slid
point. It
off the-
still went in. That's
Yeah.
that's a surprise.
That's called shaving it close.
He's got to take care of the 1 ball at some point here because the 2 ball doesn't actually pass it, and the combination 2-1 gets pretty dicey.
Keep in mind, this tournament has Moscone Cup points attached to it.
Yes, it does. Well, I mean, there are no other Americans left in this other than Shane.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So he finished the highest,
right,
other than Shane.
correct. I believe, unless I'm missing
If he
somebody.
finishes it. No, the only
Everybody else is either Filipino
there's
or European or Australian.
yeah. You got 2 playing over there. One's going to be left, and then the other.
Oh, Roddy missed that one. And I think that
I think
somebody is warming up the tonsils.
Ronnie's sneaking back to the drawing board.
Not much to do here. The 12-10-9, just get down there for that,
Yeah.
and everything can be tossed in, especially as good as Torsten's been shooting. His rock solid mechanics.
Well, if Thorsten was making a ball on the break,
And that's it. The concession comes.
he just says, "I don't want to watch the rest
Torsten
of this. It's
Hohmann
painful."
wins 8-1.
Next match at 11 o'clock.
So we'll see you at 11.
Mm-hmm.